You are lying in bed, and your cat is staring at you. Not at the wall, not at the ceiling, at you. Its pupils are wide, its body is still, and for just 1 second, one half asleep, free in the morning second, you feel it too. The weight of being watched by something that chose you for a reason you don't fully understand. That feeling is not your imagination. It is memory. Very, very old memory. Here is what the biology actually says, and once you hear it, you will not look at your cat the same way again. Inside roughly 1/3 of all humans alive today, there is a single-celled parasite called Toxoplasma gondii. It does not hurt you. It does not announce itself. It simply moves into your brain and waits. Scientists call this a latent infection. Your immune system walls it off, builds a tiny cyst around it, and then, essentially, forgets it is there. But here is the part that should stop you cold. Toxoplasma gondii can only sexually reproduce inside one kind of animal, a cat. That is not a coincidence. That is a biological imperative, 9,500 years in the making. To understand why, you need to go back, not to history, but further, to the moment this all began. Around 7,500 BCE in the Fertile Crescent, the region we now call the Middle East, human beings started storing grain. Stored grain attracted rodents. Rodents attracted wild cats. And something extraordinary happened. The cats stayed. But Toxoplasma was already there, moving through that same food chain from soil to mouse to predator. And over thousands of years, it learned something remarkable. It learned how to help the cats hunt. This is where the science becomes almost impossible to believe, so pay close attention because this is the mechanism that explains everything. Inside a rodent infected with Toxoplasma, the parasite physically rewires a single neural pathway, the pathway connected to fear and the pathway connected to attraction. An infected mouse does not run from the smell of cat urine. It moves toward it, not because it is sick, not because it is confused, because Toxoplasma needs that mouse to be eaten. The parasite engineers its own delivery system. Now, and this is the question researchers have been quietly arguing about for over 2 decades, what does it do in us? In humans, Toxoplasma does not produce the same dramatic behavior, but it does not do nothing. Studies out of Charles University in Prague tracked tens of thousands of infected people over years. They found small but consistent shifts, slower reaction times, a measurable reduction in the fear response, and in some studies, a subtle increase in attraction to cat-related spaces. The parasite did not stop optimizing, it just adapted its strategy. And now the ancient evidence. Because Toxoplasma did not invent this relationship when humans arrived, the fossil record shows this parasite family is at least 10 million years old. It has been threading itself through predator-prey chains since long before we built our first wall or planted our first seed. Ancient Egyptians worshipped cats, not as pets, as guardians of the threshold between the living and the dead. The goddess Bastet was depicted as half cat, half woman, a protector who stood at the boundary between worlds. Sailors carried cats on ships because they believed they held the power to sense what could not be seen. Every culture that domesticated the cat also built a mythology around its ability to perceive something humans could not. And here is what no one can fully answer yet. If toxoplasma can redirect a mouse toward a predator, if it can soften the human fear response and lower our guard, then what exactly is your cat watching for at 3 in the morning? And why, 9,500 years later, does it still feel like it is guarding the boundary?